Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Lane. Today I'm doing a realistic rebuild of the Carolina Panthers after the Gilmore trade, after the CJ Henderson trade. I got really unlucky with my Panthers rebuild last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was. Recorded it right before the trade, and I also recorded the Jaguars rebuild right before that trade. But now we got Gilmore, now we got CJ Henderson. It's going to be fun when JC Horn comes back. And also, they put the rookies' faces in the game. I'm so proud of you. But let's get right into this. These videos are going to be a little bit longer now because of the scouting update, which I love, by the way. But let's get in. So the first mock draft is out, and we have the 14th overall pick as of right now. It says we're leaning Logan Austin. There's also a right end around him in Ty Smith. There's a middle linebacker in Herrick. So we are going to have to keep those guys at the top of our mind. Our national scout is a cornerback scout. Receivers are up there, which that could work out for us because we have DJ Moore, we have Robbie Anderson. So I'm going to focus on that. So at the moment, we're 5-4, and we have to set our focus players. So I'm going to go somewhere in the middle because in theory, we could lose a bunch more games, have a top pick. We could lose a bunch of games, have a lower pick. So I want to look for that right guard. Right here. Logan Austin. We'll definitely put him on here. Smith, running back, defensive tackle, I'm not really interested in. I guess Windsor would make sense. Windsor, however you want to say it. So those are going to be our three players. So we did make the playoffs. We're 10-7 wild card spot. That makes sense with the Bucs in our division, who went 13-4. Falcons 9-8, which is surprising, and the Saints 6-11. So Sam Darnold had 4,300 yards, 26 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. That's kind of just like average middle of the pack now with the extra game. So I'm not really impressed with that. McCaffrey 1300 yards, 10 touchdowns, awesome, and he was hurt. Receiving more, 912, 8 touchdowns. I thought he might have over 1,000 yards. Anderson 900 with 8. McCaffrey 730 with 3 is great. 63 catches. 5 for Terrace Marshall. Not bad. Where's Tremble? 193 with a touchdown. That's not that bad, though. On defense, Thompson 112 for tackles. Sack totals 13 for Reddick. That's why they brought him in. 12.5 for Brian Burns. Interceptions 6 for Gilmore. I doubt it. 4 for AJ Boye. 2 for Jackson. 2 for Thompson. I say I doubt it because he's going to miss, 7 games, 6 games, whatever it's going to be. It'd be tough to have 6 interceptions a few games, or 12 games, something like that. It's possible. Obviously, it's Trayvon Diggs, but it's not very likely. Brady MVP, McCarthy Coach of the Year, NFC Offensive Player, McCaffrey at 10, not a big surprise. Defensive Player is Barrett. We do have Hassan Reddick at 6. We have Brian Burns at 8. Offensive Rookie. Ooh, Marshall and Hubbard are up there. Good. Defensive Rookie. Nothing. That's all right. So let's see if we beat the Seahawks. Now, Wilson's injury would have come and gone by now. They still somehow went 12-5, which is very unlikely. And we lost 28-25. But that's pretty good. Because this team's not supposed to be great right now. It's probably next year, the year after, if they can find a quarterback or Sam Darnold just performs very well. But we are going to stick with Sam Darnold for at least one more year. It also depends on how Sam Darnold did in this game. 352-2 against Seattle's defense. I don't like that at all. Wilson, 202 touchdowns. Touchdown McCaffrey, of course. Homer with 2. Receiving Moore, 140. 2 touchdowns for Anderson. 2 touchdowns for Metcalf. And then the Browns beat the Seahawks 28-13. Nick Chubb, Super Bowl MVP. I don't think Seattle's going to win a game with Geno Smith, so I don't see this happen. Mock Draft 2 is out. Roman Brewer to the Lions first overall. Interesting. Let's go find our team. I imagine the players, there's Smith. So, corner Andrew Crutchfield with 50% completion. Where is the guard I wanted? Logan Austin, 70% completion. I'm not going to trade up that much. B, impact block. D, pass block. I'm all set. That's not good. Okay, we're going to have to do some looking around because that's just atrocious. Now, for players that I want to bring back, Gilmore for sure. Reddick, definitely. Dante Jackson, definitely. Not so much. Daquan Jones, no. Royce Freeman, no. Any kickers, any punters? I don't want Greg to get upset. PJ Walker's down there. No, we're good. But do I want to bring back Jermaine Carter? Maybe if it's cheap. Yeah, I can give him a 2-year deal. Okay. In theory, I think I could have let Dante Jackson go, and we would have had Gilmore, Horn, Henderson. But Dante Jackson's a good player, so I don't really want to let him go. And we are going to have to franchise tag Reddick. I mean, I tried to offer him a 4-year deal. He didn't want it, so he's probably not going to get a long-term contract from me. But that's really not my fault. We have $5 million to play with in free agency, which means we're not going to get basically anybody of substance. So the only offer I made was to David DeCastro, who has normal development, which is a crime. I understand the Steelers cut him and no one's picked him up, but down to normal development, maybe they did that because he's sitting in free agency. That's still crazy to me. There is no news on DeCastro quite yet, but we have mock draft 3 here. We don't know like his man or his zone for the corner. What about his physicals? Not the fastest guy in the world. He's strong. Great acceleration, great agility, elite strength. But once again, I don't really care about that. I don't know what I'm going to do with this pick. And DeCastro turned us down. That's disappointing. So I think we got kind of screwed by our national scout being a cornerback scout. That's the last position we need. So I've really been looking around. In Windsor, and then there's a guard right here in Johnny Mays are the only ones I'm really interested in. B, impact block, pass block, run block. But his physicals, he's over 30 for bench reps, so that's good, but he's not the strongest guy in the world. Like, look, he's 8th for the college pro day, which I don't think means much. But, like, we have Robbie Anderson, we have DJ Moore, we have Marshall. So I am going to go Johnny Mays, and I hate it oh so much. Hidden development, which is good. By the way, I was talking a lot of shit about not knowing the overall, like to make it all hidden or none of it. And then I reached out to Swami, who works for EA franchise team. And he was saying he does that so you don't get like say this pick's like a 70 overall or like a 65 overall and go, well, I need another right guard. Let's just go draft another one. You have to do it more based on their attributes and everything along those lines than being like, oh, he's low overall, take another one. So I was wrong about it. So we didn't have a second round pick, but I'm very concerned about my 3rd and 4th round picks. I thought they were going to be good players, good overalls, but I'm a little worried. Yeah. So Brown's at 64. He looked way better than that. Benson, 61. He was a 1st or 2nd graded talent for running back. We took him in the 4th. So this draft been a little bad. 73 overall right guard, though. We'll take that. I was going to say, why do I have 4 tier 1 scouts, but they duplicated one guy. Pretty good. So I fired all of our scouts and brought in 5 new scouts. So our tier 3 guys are quarterback Ramsey and national scout Easy. This is a make or break year for Sam Darnold. If he doesn't perform up to expectations, I am going to let him go. Kamato's our tier 2, left tackle, right tackle. Wilson, left guard, right guard. James, left guard, center. And then Noola, probably saying that wrong, but left outside linebacker, right outside linebacker. I want to focus on the offensive line because we have great weapons. We have to find a quarterback, of course, on defense. I can't really think of anything we're dying to get. Maybe a middle linebacker, maybe another edge. We have Gross Matos, we have Brian Burns, so I think the defense is pretty good. This offensive line is in shambles. Mays is going to be our starting center, which I don't love. I couldn't find anybody in free agency that we could afford to bring in to put on the offensive line. So that is what it is. The offense, other than that, is good. Of course, Sam Darnold, 75 overall, is not great at the moment. But J.C. Horn's back. We're 5 deep. I think we just have to cut A.J. Boye, now that I think about it. Yeah, we'll save about $2 million. That's good. But we're 4 deep at corner now, which is fantastic. Defensive line is good. How old is Fox? He's only 27. I really don't know what to do about him because I like Gross Matos, but there's really no room. So we have Carter, we have Reddick, Thompson. Do have to find a strong safety on defense, middle linebacker. But I'd say that's about it. Defensive tackle, too, if you want to be fair. So I set our scouting focuses for everybody but our national scout. You can't do that till week 11, I think it is. Maybe week 9, week 8, something in that range. But West, right outside linebacker. Central, left guard. Northeast, left tackle. Southeast, left guard. You can kind of tell. Focusing on the offensive line. So it is week 8 for the national focus. And I mean, the easy pick here is quarterback. There's Jason Spitzer, Jimmy Wheeler. We're going to have to focus on those 2 guys. And Teddy Mills. I don't even know what our record is at this moment. And mock draft 2 and 1 are out, by the way. We are 2-5. Kind of what I expected. But I was hopeful. Very, very hopeful. Spitzer to the Jets. Interesting. The Bears taking a quarterback. Lions make sense. Where are we? Middle linebacker. That's fair. And then, ooh, back-to-back first-round picks. Okay. Gabe Coleman. Interesting. Now, we're going to have to pick 3 players of Week 11 to focus on. And I think, like, the easy pick is 3 straight quarterbacks. And then maybe we have to trade up if we don't have the first overall pick, second overall pick. But that's easy enough. You need a quarterback. So we're just going to go with the top 3 quarterbacks. I thought about maybe going with Gabe Coleman. But I'd rather go top 5. And if we have to trade up, like I said, we will. I don't like that the Jets and the Bears are going to take quarterbacks. I asked Swami about that as well. He was saying it messed up a bunch of franchises. So they're working on it for Madden 23. Which isn't a great answer, but I hope they just get it right. So we didn't make the playoffs. That was a given at the midseason mark. We're 5-2, tied with the Falcons. I want to see where that puts us for our draft pick, because that's the most important thing at the moment. Okay, so we're going to be in good range. We have the 2nd overall pick, and the Cardinals shouldn't take a quarterback. So that's perfect. Now we just have to hope Sam Darnold did, yep, exactly that. Same, or actually worse than last year for yards. 1 more touchdown, same interceptions. McCaffrey, 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns. Anderson, 900 yards, 5 touchdowns. Marshall, 818 with 9. Moore with 5, 800 yards. On defense, Thompson, 128 tackles, 120 for Carter, 101 for Jackson. Sack total, 16 for Brian Burns. Reddick not really showing up. I mean, 8's showing up, I suppose. Not what I expected. Interceptions, 4 for Carter, who could be in talk for Defensive Player of the Year. Probably not to win it, but top 10. 2 for Jackson, 2 for Chin. 1 for Gilmore, 1 for Henderson. Elliott with that MVP. Mike McCarthy, back-to-back Coaches of the Year. NFC Offensive Player is Elliott, but that was a given. Nothing. Defensive Player, Brian Burns at 5. Really, I thought Carter would be up there. Offensive Rookie, nothing. Defensive Rookie, nothing. But we drafted an offensive lineman. The Tennessee Titans beat the Cowboys 27-24. Derrick Henry, Super Bowl MVP. Let's check out Mock Draft 3. It says Jimmy Wheeler, who's 80%, even though I super focused on him. B, shot accuracy. A, throw under pressure. He has elite strength, or grade 2 elite strength, and throw power, which is good. A, awareness. A, injury. B, play action. I wish we knew a little bit more. I guess I have to check out Teddy Mills as well. A, medium accuracy. B, short accuracy. A, throw under pressure. Ooh, still has grade 2 elite strength and throw power. I like that we know a little bit more about Teddy Mills than we do about Wheeler. And I know I'm going to be disappointed about this. Okay, B, short and deep accuracy. That's not too upsetting. Oh, yeah, no, I'm all out. So we have Brian Burns, DJ Moore, Reddick. Sam Darnold's here, but he's gone. Fox is going to be gone. Bring back our punter. Irving, no thank you. Lutz will bring back. Now, we should have a lot of money. Not as much as I expected, but that's all right, because we brought back Stephon Gilmore. That's right. We're going to have to pay Henderson next year probably, and then J.C. Horn the year after. But we will have a rookie quarterback, so that's not too upset. So I brought back everybody I said I was going to. I did make a 2-year offer to Reddick for a lot of money, but he wanted 4 years. It just didn't work out, so we're going to have to let him go. And that's still going to leave us about $40 million. Yeah, I'm not going to franchise tag him. Maybe we pick him up in free agency, depending on the points, but I'm not going to make I'm not going to franchise. So I made offers to Josh Allen, Nate Davis, Jordan Poyer, bring in a veteran, help out the secondary, actually make our secondary pretty good. Left us with $10.4 million. If we could bring in Josh Allen, that would be fantastic. And of course, Nate Davis. We need so much help on the offensive line, it's not even funny. We got rejected by both Josh Allen and Nate Davis. I feel like we're building something, but I guess at the same time, we don't have a quarterback at the moment. But like they know we're getting a quarterback for whatever that's worth. I think I'm going to end up going Nate Wheeler, who's 6'6". Ooh, pretty good. I do want to check out, not him. Where is Gabe Coleman? So we know his accuracy, which is fantastic. Elite strength. I feel like Gabe Coleman's probably the pick, but I think we know a little bit more about Teddy Mills. Yeah, I like Teddy Mills a little bit more, and he's top 5. I don't understand why the Cardinals are taking a quarterback. I do want to look at the trade back offers because I am intrigued by Gabe Coleman. We're in 2023, so we could trade back till 7. Trade, that's next year. Is there any 1-1? That's 23. That's not going to work. That's 4. And get a 3rd-round pick. But they're going to take a quarterback, probably. I don't think it's worth it to trade back there. If we could have maybe got to like 7 and then also got a 1st-round pick next year, I definitely would have done it. But we're just going to go Teddy Mills, 6'6", looks like a beast, add him to my team. Oh, no. My one complaint is we don't know enough about these players. We really don't. Like, even Braden Murphy, he's 59%, which is fine. He has elite change of direction. Strength is good. I'm going to take him, but I feel like we should know more about him. Like, lead block, pass block. I don't think you could scout these guys and not know at least a pass blocking grade. I'm going to take him. Hidden development. Perfect. Time to find out the overall for a quarterback. Oh, 78. Okay, that's not bad at all. Murphy, 72. The rest of our picks, not bad. I feel like this is a way, way better year than last year. I hate that he's normal development, but I'm not going to be too beat up about it. I can't be mad about it. So I only changed one of my scouts, got rid of the quarterback scout, brought in the tier 3 Calvin Heath, right guard, center. I think the only thing we really have to worry about is the offensive line. Maybe a little bit right outside linebacker. But I'm going to show you our team in 1 second. We're in great shape. I also spoke too soon about saying that all the rookies' faces are in the game, because Brady Christensen doesn't have a face apparently. But Mays at center, Murphy at left guard, Mills 78 overall is our quarterback, of course. I had to bring in Andy Dalton as the backup, just so they don't pick up like Tom Brady in free agency. Burns X Factor, Brown X Factor, Carter up the star, which is a great signing by me to bring him back. We need a right outside linebacker, defensive tackle too. Offensive line help, because we're just going to stick with Teddy Mills for now, unless he lays an egg. So we're in week 11. We're about to set our scouting focus, and we're 8-2. So we have the 32nd pick in the mock draft, which is fantastic. I'm not going Clifton Underwood, but we'll check out Clay Snowden. We'll check out David Cook. And then probably Alex Knight. Apparently, we won't do the super focus, because I thought going to scout players over the scouting focus would actually let me look at the players, the mock drafts and stuff, and then do it? No. We just went 14-3 and got a first-round bye with a rookie quarterback, no real offensive line. It's great. So I'm assuming Teddy Mills, I believe that was his name. I might be totally wrong about that. He must have done great. 4,000 yards. That's all right. It's not great, but that's all right. But 27 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Perfect. McCaffrey, 19. Okay. This makes more sense. 1,900 yards, 22 touchdowns, probably the MVP. Hubbard, 12 touchdowns. Anderson, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. Marshall, 771 with 3. Morris, 762 with 5. 2 for McCaffrey, 7 for Tremble. On defense, Thompson, 133 tackles, 105 for Carter. Sack totals, 20.5 for Burns. Okay, 7.5 for Gross Matos. Interceptions, 4 for Thompson, Henderson, Gilmore, 3 for Jackson, 2 for Poyer. We're only 14th in offensive yards, which makes sense, but our defense, 8th. Yeah, perfect. Give me the MVP. No, number 2, that's all right. Gonna win the Coach of the Year. NFC Offensive Player, that's a gimme. Defensive Player, another gimme. Offensive Rookie, Defensive Rookie. I don't think we have anything worthwhile, but taking home a lot of awards. Murphy has star development, by the way. He is up to a 78 overall. Mays is an 83, which is fantastic. Mills, 82. But we are playing the Minnesota Vikings, who are 9-8, probably still have Kirk Cousins. Can we make it to the NFC Championship? Let's find out. No. 26-20, and you know. Okay, you don't know. And it's not Kirk Cousins, 209, 1-1 for Bowden. But Teddy Mills, 224, 2 touchdowns. So I'm very impressed with his rookie year. Cook, 119, 2 touchdowns for Scott, 1 for CJ Ham. Receiving Smith, 65 yards, touchdown for Tremble, touchdown for Anderson, and Adam Thielen. Where's Jefferson? 2 for 29. And we lost? Ooh, my New England Patriots beat the Packers 21-14. Aurier, Super Bowl MVP. For some reason, they have a hard-on for us drafting Darren Singleton. Hard pass. So we have $123 million in cap space, which I believe 2 years left. So we're going to bring back Stephon Gilmore, obviously. Derek Brown, easy, Chin. Thompson, I don't know about, even though he's up to X Factor. Poyer, maybe for a year. Anderson can go. Henderson will bring back. Gross Matos will bring back. Carter, no. Elfline. Probably not. So I brought back everybody I said I was going to. Gilmore, Brown, Chin. I ended up bringing back Shaq Thompson on a 2-year deal. I made an offer to Jordan Poyer, but he didn't take it for some reason. Anderson can go. Brought back Henderson, Gross Matos. Even brought back Jermaine Carter for a very cheap deal. So we had about $50 million to spend, so I made an offer to T. Higgins, which you're going to look at Chenal and be like, why'd you do that? But I feel like Higgins is probably going to turn us down. So I'm kind of doubling down. Plus more Higgins, Chenault, Marshall, not that bad. Michael Pierce, 1-year deal. Richard, 1-year deal. Really, the only thing we're missing then is an outside linebacker and then offensive line help. But I can't find that any. What a twist. Chenault turned us down, but we got Higgins, Pierce, Richard. I also went back into free agency, and I brought in Taylor Lewan in a 1-year deal. So a Moton, Lewan, Mays, Murphy. And we're missing one on the offensive line, but I could move Christensen around if I wanted. So the final mock draft does have us taking a running back. I'm not going to do that. I'm hoping maybe Jefferson falls. Or maybe we go like Dom Fitzpatrick or David Cook. Not a lot up here, but of course it is a late first round pick. We just got the first round bye, so we have a solid team. So we're just adding a player to that. So I am kind of stuck. Right guard Eddie Martin looks fantastic. 41 bench reps at the combine, 39 at the pro day. Doesn't really have the best, skills in the world. And then I go down and I look at David Cook. And C block shed, B pursuit is all right. His physicals, elite acceleration, elite speed. I think this has to be our pick. Yeah, let's get David Cook. Hidden development, perfect. 90 acceleration, 81 agility, 70 change of direction, 80 strength, 86 speed. Great. I do wish all these would be I guess that's the same thing about overall. That's fine. So in the second round, I took a cornerback, which I know we don't need that, but he was the best available player. Craig Simpson, hidden development. He looks pretty good. Not the strongest guy, but he looks pretty good. So we only got the 2 hidden development players, but that's fine. Cook is a 77 overall, which is fantastic. Simpson 64, but that's fine. Rest of the draft, not all that great. So we're an 85 overall team, and honestly, other than the right guard, our offense looks perfect. Then on defense, went to free agency, picked up Jonathan Abram. But I mean, check out this defense. X Factor and Thompson, Burns, Brown, Gilmore. Great corners. Who's Taylor? Get Taylor out of here. I'm going to cut him, but Cook is starting, which will be perfect. He actually might be X Factor, which is nice. But I normally don't get that luck. So at week 8, we are 5-2, Saints 4-2, Buccaneers 3-3, and the Falcons 1-5. Mock draft 2 is out. I've been setting all my scouts, their national regions, whatever, off screen. You don't really need to see that. Didn't really change much from last year. But where are we at the moment? They're predicting we're 32nd again. Josh Miller. That makes sense. I still want to work in the offensive line. Really, we only need a strong safety. Michael Pierce will be gone after the season. We'll have to bring back J.C. Horn, Brady Christensen, which we don't really have to do. I guess Terrence Marshall. So we're at week 11. We're 7-3. My 3 super focuses are going to be on Caleb Ellsworth, defensive tackle, Blair Hall, left guard, and then that right tackle, Josh Miller, who they predicted was going to go to us. I pressed B by accident. No! So we were 7-3 at week 11, ending the season at 9-8. How did that happen? Couldn't tell you, but it's not pretty. Saints 13-4, Bucks 9-8, the Falcons 7-10. Hetty Mills, though, 4,400 yards, 29 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He was actually a fantastic pick. Rushing, McCaffrey, 1,500 yards, 17 touchdowns. A little low. Hubbard, 9 touchdowns. Receiving more, 1,300 yards, 5 touchdowns. McCaffrey, 90 catches, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Higgins, 950 with 4. Tremble with 3, 8 for Marshall. By the way, as of recording this, during the recording, McCaffrey just got put on IR. So, sorry this isn't going to be the most realistic thing in that way, but he'll be back in a few weeks. Not a big deal. Thompson, 118 tackles. Carter, 118 tackles. Sack totals, 15 for Burns, 7.5 for Cook with 54 tackles. Love that. Interceptions, 3 for Gilmore, 2 for Thompson. A lot of McCaffrey MVP. Don't get it. Coach of the year, Urban Meyer. NFC offensive player is going to be McCaffrey. Defensive player, Aaron Donald, but Burns is at 3. Nothing. Offensive rookie, nothing. Oh, I stand corrected. Cook won defensive rookie. Who's at 10? Matthias. I think that's like a tight end or something. Why is Cook not starting? He ended up having star development, which is fine. Simpson had star development and up to a 70. All right, so we need safety, defensive tackle, guard. Even though Christensen's a 72, could probably just play him. Now I just realized that my super focus player's right out the window. Because I thought we were going to make the playoffs easily, but now we didn't make it. We're going to have a pick in the teens. It's not good. Chiefs beat the Packers 35-14. Mahomes, big surprise. Super Bowl MVP. So we now have the 17th overall pick, and they're predicting a right end in Oldham. I don't like that at all. There's Dickerson. I'd rather go Jeffries, I think. That's real bad. So we have $51 million to re-sign people. We know J.C. Horn's going to be up here. Goodbye to Richard. Goodbye to Pierce. Goodbye to Lawan, probably. Tremble can come back. Horn can come back. Marshall. Hubbard can go. Christensen, maybe for the right price. Oh, this is actually going to be real cheap. So I did end up bringing back Lawan. Might as well keep the offensive line together. Tremble, Horn, Marshall, and then Brady Christian. Going for broke in our final year. We need a strong safety. Let's bring in Buda Baker, who's probably going to turn us down. But I'm not having any luck at finding strong safeties in this game so far since the scouting update. He did turn us down. Not really surprised about that whatsoever. I saw Justin Simmons up there as well. Do I want to bring him in and just play him at strong safety? That seems really bad. But I think I'm going to do it anyways. 122 points is a lot. I want to see if Michael Pierce is actually still there, which he is. So I'll bring him back as well. We got turned down by Simmons. Michael Pierce is coming back. There's really not much here at pick 17, so we're going to go Parker Mixon, left guard. We do need a right guard, even though we have Brady Christensen. Normal development, that's fine, but 88 strength, that's a good start. Let's find out the overalls for these players. A 70 for Mixon. Uh-oh. This is a very, very, very bad draft. Heading into our final year, we're an 85 overall team. It's kind of a shame that Mills is only up to an 83 overall. We drafted him, second year? I guess it's probably because he's normal development, so it somewhat makes sense. But more 93, Higgins 92. Then on defense, just seems good all around. I did bring in Tart from free agency just because we needed a strong safety. We're good to go. Let's go to the playoffs. We're back in the playoffs. We got the first round bye again. We went 14-3. Bucks 10-7, Saints 9-8, the Falcons 8-9. Love it. Eddie Mills, 4,400 yards, been consistent with that. 30 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. In theory, should be in top 10 for MVP talk, but we'll see. McCaffrey, 1,900 yards, 22 touchdowns. There's the MVP. Was that DeAndre Swift? Oh no, that was Matt Swift, his brother. DJ Moore, 1,000 with 8. McCaffrey, 900 with 6. Higgins, 850 with 3. Marshall, 6. On defense, really? 88 tackles for Tart. Okay. Sack totals, 14.5 for Burns, 11 for Cook, 8.5 for Brown. Interceptions, 2 for Tart, Jackson, Thompson, 1 for Carter, Gilmore, and Horn. We are second in offensive yards. Our defense has to be up there. Second as well. MVP, Christian McCaffrey. Fields, Carr, Barkley. Our quarterback's not up there. That's crazy. Coach of the year, we're going to take that home as well. Offensive player of the year. Okay, I was going to say, Mills has to be up here. Defensive player is Donald. Not that surprising, but Burns is up there. Offensive rookie, of course not. Defensive rookie, of course not. So we're playing against the 8-9 Giants, which we're probably going to lose to. But I hope not, because we're 14-3. Let's advance. I don't know if it's possible to have worse luck than I'm having right now. We lost 31-28. Mills, 305, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, not good. Jones, 220 with nothing. McCaffrey, 105. Barkley, 3 touchdowns. McCaffrey, 140 with a touchdown. 2 for DJ Moore. Gross. But let's take one final look at our team. Of course, we drafted Mills, who's at an 89 overall. That's with 3 morale boosts, so 86. Mays is at 92. Murphy, 86. Mixon, 76. So 3 people on the offensive line. On defense, we drafted Cook, who's an 85. And Simpson, who's a 72. That's about it. So what are our first round picks? Quarterback, Cook, 2 offensive linemen, 3 offensive linemen. Okay, that makes sense. I really do like the scouting a lot. The more I play, the more I do draft, stuff like that. I just like it. There's no other way to put it. It's just really good. I do enjoy it. But that's going to be it for the video. Hit the like button down below, the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you next time.